Because it pulls them up a little bit.
Right.
You know, and it just
Do you rate this?
Clip without a quip.
Game over. Yeah, good times. Definitely. Well, thanks for coming. Yeah, great party. Oh, hey, we're actually in the middle of the annual Clips to Quips Halloween party. It's a pretty good time, but I wanted to welcome you to this week's weekly web show. We've got some good stuff coming up. First off, I'd like to thank our sponsor for this week, Kazooby Kazoos. And also, I'd like to thank some people for writing in. Danny from Palo Alto wrote in, saying that he really liked the segment about Sesame Street last week with the interviews with Maria and Prairie. We've got some fun footage which we haven't used from that yet, so I'll try to put that up online soon. First up today, though, Keeping Up with the Steins is now out on DVD. It's a movie about the competitive nature of bar and bat mitzvah parties, and I got a chance to talk to two of the stars earlier. Doris Roberts, who you remember from Everybody Loves Raymond, and Gary Marshall, who you probably remember from a lot of movies like League of Their Own, although he is primarily a director. He's directed stuff like Pretty Woman and The Princess Diaries. He didn't direct this movie, though. His son, Scott Marshall, did. And they say nepotism doesn't exist anymore. Take a look. Have you guys ever worked together before?
Not as actors, but he was my boss on a sitcom years ago called Angie.
Oh, really?
Right. It was on. It followed Mork and Mindy on Thursday nights, and we had fun. She was always funny and always very good. So finally, I get to act with her.
Yeah, you sort of had an in with this movie a little bit.
Not the first choice as an actor. The director, Scott Marshall, wanted many people other than me, but it ended up with me because of I was available. I work not at a high price, and I jump in the water without my clothes on easily.
What
and
a
I
deal.
got to work with Doris.
That's great. What was the first thing you thought when you read that
How
script?
funny it was, and how charming it was,
Right.
and how actually entertaining. You know, and as I say, I keep saying it, no special effects.
Right.
Real people, real situations, and real family. Dysfunctional somewhat, but certainly real.
It wasn't very reminiscent of my bar mitzvah, but
Where were you when you had what town?
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, the home of bar mitzvahs. Probably not. I've been to Portland, Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yes, I owned the Portland Beavers at one time. Believe
Are
it
you
or not.
serious?
I'm serious. Ron Howard and I
Wow.
were owners, well, part owners, I should
That's
say,
incredible.
of that team in the 70s. We didn't see a lot of bar mitzvahs going on, I gotta
Not
admit.
tons. We had a nice fish platter at the
Yeah.
kiddish afterwards. That was about it. Pretty simple.
Your parents saved a lot of money.
Yeah. That's for sure.
You didn't have to outdo people in Tacoma. It was just exciting for you.
That's great. And this is Scott, your son. This is his first, feature film he's directed.
Yes, he's done music videos and this and that, but this is like a real movie with a story. And
So were you guys, you guys are two pros. Were you, offering some tips here and there, or was he interested in hearing?
No, the one part of it that is disappointing is that we had a great love scene together at the end.
We
really
did. We
did.
kissed.
You think, we had a good time. Oh, wow.
we kept saying another take. We kissed. But
I got a reverse shot of that one.
they cut it.
Yeah.
It was too long. He edited very well, Scott, and we loved his editing except for that one moment. Maybe the DVD.
I hope so.
We'll narrate.
I mean, it encourages older people, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Maybe that's
Enjoy
why
life.
you didn't want to see it.
Keeping Up with the Steins is now available on DVD. Now, November is not only National Diabetes Awareness Month, it is also National Novel Writing Month. Founded by Chris Beatty in 1999, now tens of thousands of people try to write a 50,000-word novel during the month of November. And I'm going to be one of them this year. I'm pretty excited. At this point, you guys are probably saying, I can't write a book. Well, trust me, you can. Just to prove to you, the other day I got a review copy of this book by John O'Hurley. You probably remember him as Jay Peterman on Seinfeld or from Dancing with the Stars. He wrote this book called It's Okay to Miss the Bed on the First Jump and Other Life Lessons I Learned from Dogs. If he can write a book, you can write a book, my friend. And if you want help, they have this neat kit available in stores called the No Plot, No Problem Novel Writing Kit, which Chris Beatty, the founder, wrote. It gives you different tools and tips and advice and exercises to help you write your novel. You can go online to their website, NaNoWriMo.org. You spell it just how it sounds. That stands for NationalNovelWritingMonth.org. I'll be on there. My username is BF317, so we can be writing buddies. Everybody wins as long as you write 50,000 words. Now, Prairie Home Companion is now out on DVD. Now, this didn't get great reviews in theaters, although I liked it a lot, and I got a chance to talk to one of the stars of the film, Lily Tomlin. When you sort of signed on for this movie, did you know your part yet?
I knew what it was. I knew that I was part of a sister singing act with Meryl.
I see.
Yeah.
And then you went over to Meryl's house, and you guys...
Yeah, we talked a bit and talked about our accents, and we didn't. We wanted to sing a little bit, but both of us were a little, nervous about like actually letting our voices sing in the living room. And then, so I studied singing for 2 months.
Oh wow!
Anyway, so I could hold my part.
Sure.
And so I was real happy with how it came out. And in fact, I felt really great about singing, and I thought I'd like to sing a role, on the stage.
Wow. Maybe go out and do some karaoke now?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, that's good. Yeah, maybe win a wet T-shirt contest or two.
Wow. And Robert Altman's shooting style is a little different from other directors.
Yeah.
Sort of, few cameras are around there. You're
floating around.
Yeah. So what's the difference in atmosphere, I guess?
Well, it's sort of wonderful for actors because you never know where the camera really is, and it makes you be more. You're more in the moment, and it's not like you're playing for the camera or conscious that the camera is on you,
right,
and that you've got to come up with it. It's just more organic.
Wow.
So it's pretty. I think it gets more authentic performances out of people.
Sure. And how much is improvised?
There's always some improvisation just because it's so loose.
Sure.
But of course, with Garrison as the author and the fact that he's standing nearby on the stage, we kid him about that. Sometimes I'd kid around with him. I'd take a line over that he'd written. I'd say, "Wouldn't it be better if I said it this way?" But no, we tried to honor the script. But sometimes in the delivery is more spontaneous, or the way it's just as Meryl and I were in the dressing room, and that scene seems improvised to some degree. It's really we're really telling the story, but we didn't. Each one of us is telling it as it comes. Huh. If I drop a part, she insert it. If she drop a part, and you just have the fun of like being there and me trying to amuse Meryl and try to come up with a little something on the side. And we'd already talked about our backstories and our families and her ex-husband, whose name was never mentioned in the script. But her husband's family's from Wisconsin, so and they're Norwegian, I think, and we named her husband Hjalmar Gesme because Gesme was a family name, and we just, so you have that. That's what you do with what actors like to do is play that way, and we'd make reference. It never got on the screen, but we'd talk about Hjalmar, and that makes it play.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for
chatting.
Welcome.
You're
really
welcome.
A pleasure.
Thanks, Boaz.
Prairie Home Companion is available on DVD now. And that's pretty much the end of this week's show. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please send them my way. Boaz@clipsquips.com. If we read your comment here on the air, I'll send you something exciting. I promise. Next week, we've got another good show. I'll be talking to the stars of the new film, Fast Food Nation. It was a book, and now it's a fiction film directed by Richard Linklater, who also did Dazed and Confused and Before Sunset and School of Rock and lots of cool stuff. I think it should be a good one. I will see you next week.